All right, welcome back to the Brewhouse Podcast. This is technically episode 3 of our second season of Brewhouse, the Brewhouse Podcast. We're here today with Austin Clark.
What's up?
He is one of our only bodybuilding member here, who just recently competed. Do you want to talk about that a little bit, like who you are, when did you get into bodybuilding, and like what was the name of the show?
It was the Oklahoma Pro AM, I believe, right?
Pro Am, yeah.
How did I get into bodybuilding?
Yeah.
Man, a lot of reasons, but I picked up a career and I didn't really have time for like Muay Thai and kickboxing anymore. Like I just didn't really feel like crawling under houses and getting hit in the head after work, so I'd rather just get a pump.
Yeah.
Honestly. And it's honestly easier to bodybuild. And I kind of like just having that structure all day long, like constantly just like, okay, got to log that meal. And sometimes it can be stressful, especially in like a bulking phase, even the cutting phase as well.
Yeah.
But I would say overall, having bodybuilding as a part of my life is just like benefited me in so many ways. So
That's really cool. How was how was like the prep for your first show?
in comparison to a lot of other things I've done, I would say it's nothing compared to what I've been through, like with wrestling preps and whatnot.
Oh, yeah.
But like now working a full-time job and having to cut out meals and not snapping at my coworkers, that was hard not to do.
Yeah. Especially in such a manual labor job, you know?
Yeah. So that was the hard part, but not like wrestling or Muay Thai. But yeah, if you're bodybuilding, be prepared to feel like you're going to die about 2 weeks, 3 weeks out. That's like usually the phase when it's like, oh, I don't like this anymore. I don't want to do this.
That's what I heard a lot about your prep.
Oh yeah, yeah. Just sitting there trying to sleep, and you're like too hungry to fall asleep, and then your legs touching each other hurts.
Yes.
Your feet are hurting even because you've been walking around all day. Oh man, yeah. And then just waking up at night and you have to pee because whenever you're losing fat, it comes out through your breath and your urine. And so you're waking up to pee all the time. And part of that's the drugs, part of that's just the nature of losing fat. But you get up and then you're hungry. You're so hungry and you're like, man, I got 8 hours till I eat again. I don't know how I'm going to fall asleep. Yeah. Gets pretty miserable.
Now, Austin's one of your clients. How did you guys start working with each other?
Oh, man. Who did you hit up first? Was it him or me?
I think you hit me up. I think you hit me up originally. That's how it happened. I just walked into Brewhouse one day, and I was like, I need something like the Fitness Factory from California. I need something where I can just walk in and get my shit done and just go home, Like, I got to work tomorrow. Yeah. And so I walked into here. Actually, the first gym I walked into in Oklahoma was this gym. Oh, yeah. And then that was God, because that was the whole reason why I moved up to Oklahoma's Brewhouse.
Really?
So just the community and whatnot, I just knew I just had a feeling something good would come out of it. Yeah. So
you're not wrong. Best community.
Oh yeah, 100%. It's kind of like a recovery support group. We're kind of all just like ill. We're all kind of like mentally ill in our own way.
Something like terrible going on.
Yeah, 100%. Debt, crippling debt or whatnot.
Yeah, weird twitches and tics.
Yeah.
A
lot of divorce.
So the community here is definitely the best community.
Dude, hell yeah. And then when did you start wanting to work with Spencer for bodybuilding?
Oh,
I think that was like a little over a year ago, maybe.
Yeah, well, I can't remember if it was Colin referred you.
Yeah, Colin referred me.
And was like, oh, if you're interested in bodybuilding, he coaches. And then I remember you had hit me up, but you hadn't moved here yet. And then you did move here, and then
you're kind of away again, didn't you?
No, I lived in Norman because it was the only spot I could find. I was like, I got to get up to Oklahoma, any means necessary. So I moved up to Norman with these college kids. And then eventually I moved up to Oklahoma City. And then I was like, okay, now I can go to Brewhouse. Yeah. So then I finally got a membership here. And I was like, okay, I'm going to follow up with Spencer and see what I can't get going. And then it just kind of turned into a bodybuilding prep out of nowhere. Just happened so fast.
Well, he started doing some work for me at my houses. and then we were trading labor for training, and then it kind of
Oh,
we just
and he
started
was
talking
also
about,
trading plumbing for the gym for membership.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and so this guy, dude. So when we first linked up, I was like, all right, let's just see where you're at. Let's get a little like evaluation
Oh
going.
no.
And yeah, I mean, I about fell out of my office chair at home when I read like his original diet and everything.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, man, this can't be real. And so I was like, all right, we need to just meet, sit down and talk about what it is he's trying to do and what we're going to need to do in order to reach that goal. So we came in here, met in the office, and kind of went over some things, talked about like, okay, well, here's what changes we would have to make to be a bodybuilder. We got to eat this certain way, we got to train this certain way, and then started talking timelines. And that was when I was like, all right, well, how soon do you want to compete, and how long are you willing to wait? And we kind of just decided that I could get him ready for a show. And what did we end up taking?
6-7 months.
Yeah. I was like, I think that would be the soonest that I could get you ready, and then we'll be in a good position to bulk for the next show. Because I was like, once you do your first show and you get that lean, you do it all right, there's something about that show prep, it just conditions your body to really blow up afterwards. So I was like, we can either take the time and almost like skip a season and really bulk up and try to compete, or I was like, there might not really be that much of a difference. If anything, we could probably get ahead for the second show if we just go ahead and try to knock one out. Like I was like, I'm almost positive that we can get you to the stage. And so yeah, that's kind of what we ended up doing, is just deciding, all right, what's the soonest show that we could do? And I was like, it's actually the one that I did last year. So so you can just do the same show. I already knew it was a good one. The Pro-Am in Tulsa is a great show. I'm actually really happy with like the NPC promoters here in Oklahoma. Having competed in Texas, that's like the best place to compete in bodybuilding. They do it insane out there. And so having that as like my first experience, and then coming here, I was kind of expecting it to be trash, to be honest, but I was really impressed. And I think the fact that they lump a pro category of classic physique guys into that show makes him take it a lot more serious. And I also thought it'd be really good for him to be at a show with the pro level of what he's trying to do, kind of being like the very intro, the very kind of bottom of the totem pole, but being at a show where there's every level is kind of a cool experience, I think.
How motivating was that for you to like see people at that pro level doing what you want to do?
Oh yeah, that was definitely an experience. There was one guy in specific that I really liked his physique. He had like a really rugged physique, and I really wanted to go after. I think he won in his class, but not the bodybuilding open overall. But the guy who won the overall wanted to train Spencer at one point, I believe.
Yeah, the dude who won the guy who was going to train me, I thought he wasn't a pro, and then so that ended up being true. I guess he's shooting for his pro card again, but he showed up and was competing in the men's open bodybuilding. I'm like, well, no one else is winning that. That dude's obviously going to win that.
No, that guy was striated everywhere, veins coming out of veins coming out of veins. It was,
ball of muscle.
Yeah, muscles on muscles.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
Couldn't even tell what race he was, dude.
No, it's very confusing. Yeah,
especially with the tan.
Yeah.
Everyone just dark.
Yeah.
Except for if you're black, you just got oiled.
Seemed like a nice guy though. Really nice guy.
Yeah. Everyone's Peruvian there. That's what we discovered. The tan makes you look Peruvian.
But yeah, I think next year I want to do the same show, and I want to come back and take it. I think I could get into top 3 or probably take it next year. I just got to put on some mass.
Yeah, I heard that was your only critique, or biggest critique, I guess, was just size.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that really was the only critique.
I was surprised nobody was vacuuming.
Yeah, you're the only.
I didn't see anyone vacuuming.
No, it's too advanced. I think that's another thing too, is that you had posing well beyond quite a bit of people. So usually that's a critique at the regional level. Is like, all right, work on posing every time. But no, he worked on the posing quite a bit. So that's something that I'm excited to see for him, especially growing as well, but being so good at posing for his first show, and then having all this time now to refine that, it's just going to be even better second show. So,
but yeah, when I first met Spencer, I was terribly misguided.
Terribly. You can talk about how your diet was before.
I could talk about the diet and the drugs. I could talk about everything if you want. I'm an open book.
For it.
But
what was it like compared to what it is now?
I don't need to take as many naps. That's the first part, and I don't sweat as much. Acne isn't a problem.
Yeah.
My moon face is gone. I finally got the Clark Kent thing back, so that's nice.
So like the drug use is like reduced a lot more than
that, and it's just a whole different design of everything. It's much safer. I feel healthier. I can actually run, and stuff like that. Like before, I was told you got to eat, test, Deca, D-ball. You just got to blast these 3 things and
the Ronnie Coleman way.
Yeah, well, I don't know what he did. That's undisclosed, but they're never honest. IFBB pros, they're never honest about what they use. But yeah, I was doing that for a long time, and then I met Spencer, and he said he almost fell out of his chair.
Yeah.
And he was like, "All right, stop taking everything and just do this for a little bit and just relax." And I did a serious recomp, and I was like, "Why am I losing weight? I want to get bigger. What are you doing to me?" But I looked in the mirror, and the size was staying there, but the fat was like disappearing, and I was like, "Oh, he's onto something." And then I did more research and understood insulin sensitivity and whatnot, and how I need to get leaner to build muscle, and all this is about increasing my insulin sensitivity, especially in the off season. And I wasn't really using that. I was terribly misguided. So
I remember when I first met you, talking about like what you ate before the gym, and I think you're like, I threw down like 2 cheeseburgers. I had donuts earlier today.
I think about it every day.
So much calories and carbs and a ton of fat. So
I was like 300 grams of fat, 50 grams of protein.
we had him log his food, and he was somewhere between 200 and 300 grams of fat, and then like maybe over 100 grams of protein. Yeah.
Well on gear too is like.
Yeah, just wrecking the insulin sensitivity. There was nothing going to the muscles. But that's like what you find on the forums, and so it's kind of like a joke within the bodybuilding community. It's like, oh, these forum guys are out here giving horrible advice, but then you actually see like people read that and then actually do that stuff. And so he's a forum victim, victim to the forums. And but that's what guys are talking about on a lot of those old forums and like the Reddit threads and stuff. They're like, I gained 50 pounds of muscle by just taking a ton of Deca and D-ball and just eating the most calorically dense foods that are on earth.
And 45 pounds of that's probably water and glycogen.
Yeah. So, we cleaned that up and started making tremendous progress.
Yeah, a lot of people here are telling me, like, when they found out you were competing, they were talking about you, and they're saying that you look a lot healthier within, like, the last couple months and stuff like that.
I did
a lot of people could notice.
I did bulk up, too, for a little bit, so.
Yeah.
But it was that bodybuilding show actually already brought about a few good things. Like, I had a friend hit me up, and he was like, "Hey, man, I want to start training bodybuilding. Like, I was like, you got a show in mind?" Some old friend from work who moved companies, and I was like, "Sure, let me look at your quarter turns like you did with me." And I was like, "Test something out, see what I can do."
Yeah.
Like, and I told him, "You're not lean enough, first off. You're not lean enough to start anything right off the bat." And he was like, "Okay." And I wrote out like a 2.5 to 3 month plan for him.
Oh, nice.
Used a little bit of ChatGPT.
Yeah. Just to get it planned
but
out.
I don't know if it works. It works,
Some Austin GPT.
So, Austin GPT. I wouldn't take advice from him.
Yeah, that one's still being refined.
Needs
still in developing stages.
Yeah.
That's an alpha, beta stage.
But it was nice seeing fish gill-like structure on my butt, on the side of my glutes.
The striations and everything.
Yeah, and then like, I think 4 days out, I had fish gills coming off my lower teardrop on my quad. And then I had deep cuts in my calf. It was crazy what I saw.
Yeah.
The one thing that I was when I stepped on stage is I got really nervous. and I flattened out. I feel like
Yeah, you did. I could tell because we left the hotel for prejudging, and you were perfect, absolutely, like just perfect. I'm like, all right, we got to hold this for like 3 hours, and then I could tell you got a little stressed.
Yeah.
Right before it didn't kill it, but you can see the difference.
That's
Just a little bit of
It
cortisol.
was sitting on the floor. That was like sitting my bare lean butt on the floor for like 2 hours. Was like, oh, that was one part. And then in the tan, and then covered in the oil for like 8 hours straight. Just like, I gotta wait another year.
Yeah. I didn't know that, like, so your cortisol spiked from just all that stress, and you could physically see it.
Yeah, it
within that same day.
Yeah, there's been stories of bodybuilders like I think something happened with you and you like.
Yeah, I washed out completely one day. I was on peak week, and I had a lot of issues going on with family and stuff like that was really stressing me out, and I had a really rough day. And the next day I woke up, and like you couldn't even, it looked like I hadn't done the last 12 weeks of prep.
Wow.
And so I go to do my posing session, and we had to just call it off. I couldn't contract anything. I was completely washed over. So I spent the whole day just sitting in bed, reading a book, drinking water, and like trying to tune out any noise, put the fans on, close the curtains, and just relax. And I was able to recover it. But yeah, that'll happen. I mean, I think Ramon Dino had a day where I want to say it was the last time he competed against Chris Bumstead, or the first show that Chris wasn't there. I can't remember, but he got real washed over on one show like that. Started sweating, and his tan started going and everything. There's been a couple bodybuilders that's happened to, or they get real stressed out for whatever reason, and then they blow the look.
It just shows how much of a mental sport it really is.
100%.
From the starter prep to like your show, like everything.
Yeah.
It's just, how do I die and not stress about it?
Yeah. You know, there's some people saying bodybuilding's not a sport. And like, I don't agree with that at all. I think it's like an in-between. I think it's like between chess and like wrestling. I think there's like a healthy in-between with bodybuilding.
You say you see it as more like a pageant?
Yeah, I think, I don't know, because chess is not, I guess that's a game, not a sport?
It
I
ain't
don't know.
no sport.
Yeah,
people call it a
bodybuilding
sport,
is
though.
interesting. I definitely think it's more of like a pageant, but even pageants have, their preparation and stuff like that. I think it's the most extreme pageant that there is, because like he was saying earlier, it literally is, if you want to call it a sport, it's a 24-hour sport a day. There's no break from it, because you're factoring in your sleep, you're factoring in what you drink, what you eat, how much you move throughout the day.
It's just like it's a battle. It's like a contest,
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
It's a free for all,
And one like super variable factor for him is his job being physical. You don't know if one day you're going to expend 6,000 calories and then the next day 4,000. So there's so much that goes into
100% with that.
Yeah.
There could be days where I'm 10 foot deep in a hole replacing a sewer line, tapping into like a city main or something, and I just ran through 3,500 calories just doing that alone.
You didn't do any cardio your prep?
No, I didn't do any cardio. He had to do a little, but
That's because I took some time off work. I was like, I ain't tearing a bicep before my show.
Yeah, and you're just like, I'm just going to run a couple rental properties and rehab it, and then that was enough.
Yeah. I spent one day on prep painting, and that got so miserable I just had to hire painters.
Yeah.
Yeah, today's rebound has been pretty miserable. Like, I was up on a roof, and I ate like 4 cereal bars, and I was like, oh, I'm out of carbs for the day.
Yeah.
Looks like I'm just having ground beef and egg whites tonight.
Yeah, I ended up doing a deck. Restained a deck, so I had to wash it and everything after my show the week after.
Yeah.
Man, yeah, that was brutal, because I'm like, it's just, I think I ended up having to just go get a couple gummy bears, like the Harbor or whatever, the ones that are glucose
And they
syrup.
revive you.
Yeah, I had to go get a bag of gummy bears and eat those, and then that was pretty much it. And then a lady brought me a Gatorade, and I was like, all right, I don't have to track this. It was a little Gatorade, but I was about to pass out doing that deck, just because you can't just like start eating again.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll blow your look just like that. There's been countless people on the internet that have documented that they do a bodybuilding show,
Just get, like,
and
an
then they
eating
look
disorder.
worse than they even did before they ever started bodybuilding, or deciding they were going to do a show, I should say. But they end up looking, worse than their bulk because in a matter of a month, after show, because you're so sensitive to whatever you eat. So if you start eating a ton of food again, you'll blow that sensitivity. You eat a ton of fat. Oh man, yeah, you'll get fat.
It's like I remember watching Chris Bumstead's YouTube, and it was his second to last show that he won, and like right after that, he didn't even he probably had a little bit of a cheat, like a cookie, and he said he just got right back on his plan and just used it as much of his advantage for the next show, and I mean he won the next one,
Yeah. Yeah,
but
he
his
did
look,
that.
his look never he never ruined it. It stayed, it got better.
Yeah, he did that open bodybuilding show as his final thing and got second in that right after, I want to say it was the Olympia.
Yeah, right after Olympia.
Yeah, and he just kind of showed how good you can actually do it if you take the time to feed yourself the correct things.
Mm-hmm.
You can gain a ton of
I
muscle.
remember he also talked about I remember him saying he's gonna use to get ready for next show, he's gonna reduce the amount of drugs it takes and just push the diet harder, push the training harder, and obviously he got healthier and still won the Olympia, which is crazy thing. You don't need all those drugs if you can really really discipline yourself, to an insane degree.
I feel like since this show and I've been off of everything, I've been getting the best pumps of my life.
Mm-hmm.
In the gym, I walk out and I'm just oh, yes, this is how it's supposed to look.
Yeah.
Why didn't I do this show then? Now, I'd look so much better.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've already put on 5 pounds
Mm-hmm.
since I think I weighed 161 on stage, 162.
Yeah, he weighed in at what was it, 162.8?
Something.
And I said he would be 163 at the very beginning of prep. I was like, you'll probably weigh in at 163. And we were almost right there.
Dude's a wizard.
Yeah.
Dude, but after the show, that night was something else.
Oh
What
man,
happened?
no. Well, we gotta just tell the whole Tulsa experience, the whole
Well,
show experience.
there's-
I
too
went
many-
and watched, but I have no idea. I saw the prejudging and then I left. I have
Oh,
no idea
man.
what you guys.
Yeah.
Stay
First
away from
night.
Tulsa.
Yeah,
Keep your kids away from them.
Yeah.
What happened?
Tulsa is a very sick place. I think we ran into maybe 5, 6 different PDF files.
Yeah, had to be.
Where did you
The
guys
hotel
go?
cashier was a PDF file for sure. He had
Oh yeah.
he had no chin, full on build of, the gut sticking out and everything.
Yeah.
The gut sticking out. So,
Just
and then what
cut
else? There was.
Well-
we came into an Uber driver's car and it just.
night one when you got the tan, I sit down. So he goes in to do his tan. I sit down, and this other guy comes, sits next to me, and then a girl sits next to him, and I just kind of I'm just chilling. I'm happy. I look over, and I'm like, "So you ready?" And he's like, "It's my second one." I'm like, "Okay." And then he just starts rambling on and on and on about his training, his diet. He's like, he doesn't even understand bodybuilding, which is hilarious to me. He looked great. Whenever we saw him, he looked great.
Yeah.
But he's like, yeah, I can't do this weight cap anymore. This is ridiculous. Trying to cut down this weight cap's just ridiculous. I'm looking at him like, you're not that big. And then I was like, oh, what division are you doing? And he goes, men's physique.
What?
Men's physique doesn't have a weight cap. I mean, you'll get scored down for being overly muscular, but I'm thinking the only weight cap division is classic. So I don't know what he was talking about, and he's like, yeah, it's just getting ridiculous. I got to move into open bodybuilding. If I don't place well in this one, I'm gonna move into open bodybuilding because I'm losing placing for having to cut down. I'm like, all right. And then he just starts going on about the rest of his life, and starts talking about this story with his mother-in-law. He's like, yeah, we were at my mother-in-law's house, and her dog nipped at my little girl, and he's like, I freaking stood up, threw that dog against the wall and then smacked it in the nose and it plopped to the ground, all this. And he
Pulled
said,
my wiener out.
and he's like, yeah, everyone was freaking out. I'm like, well, no wonder, dude. You attacked this dog. He's like, yeah, I freaking turned to my mother-in-law and told her, I will cut this dog's head off. And I'm like, oh, man. And he's like, no, I'm serious. He's like, I will take that dog and cut its head off. And I'm like, oh.
He just looks at you. You call me a liar?
Yeah, I'm like, man, he doubled down on it. Okay. And the girl sitting next to him's like,
Yeah. Just
what
like,
the heck?
Get me away from this dude.
That's
Yeah.
the kind of guy that shouldn't have bodybuilding drugs.
Yeah, yeah.
Like those kinds of people, and he's the type of guy who's like trend on a bulk, trend on a cut, trend on a maintaining phase,
yeah.
trend on a recomp.
Yeah, he definitely has lost some brain cells to his drug use. But
he was going psycho.
yeah, that was like interaction 1 that we had.
The second
Was
one.
this while you were getting spray tan?
Yes. And then the second one, I run it in for my second coat. And then this guy starts talking about like open bodybuilding. He goes on about the same conversation with me. For some reason, it's his favorite topic of the day or of the weekend. Yeah. And he starts talking about this and that. Oh, I'm going to move into open bodybuilding one day. And then he starts talking about, but I need more drugs. And then I'm like, okay. I'm like, we don't got to talk about that right now openly. There's like 6-7 people around us, and he's like talking about drugs and this. I'm like going on my phone, sitting next to an IFB. I'm sitting next to what's his name, the guy who won the overall. Andy.
Yeah.
Oh, Andy.
No, sorry. Yes. It was one of the it was one of the really huge freaking guys. Anyways, they all looked alike at a certain point.
Well, Brian Pacheco, I think is his name. He's the dude who won the bodybuilding overall. That was in the amateur. So the only pros that were there were classic physique.
Yeah, it wasn't an open bodybuilder.
Yeah, Andy's. I mean, they're huge. Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, he was over there talking, and that guy was weird. And then after that, we went to where did we go after that? After the show was all said and done.
After the show, what's the first thing we did?
We went to a dive bar. That's right.
Oh yeah. We got food. Went back to the hotel. All that, and then we got the Uber to the dive bar. This whole night experience.
Tell him how the Uber smelt. Describe it in deep detail.
Well, what did he look like? Because I want to know first.
Oh, you know, Chan.
Yeah. No.
And then you know what? You know what's even better? He had a freaking Sonic the Hedgehog freaking plush on his passenger side, right? And then
probably with a camera in it too.
I don't want to know. And then it smelled like balls in there.
Yeah.
Like it smelled like he just yanked one out or something in there. You know what I mean?
Brother.
So.
And he's like, oh, you got a Sonic plush, and he's, yep.
What was the other one? There was like a Yoshi in the back too.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we go to this place called Cellar Dwellers, and apparently it's a decent little dive bar. I mean, it looked cool. It was. Yeah. It seemed nice down there, and real chill. That was probably the best place we went, honestly, to me. Oh well,
Cellar
besides
Dweller, which one?
That was the first dive bar we went to.
Yeah, that was the most chill, laid back.
But the guy, as we get out, he's like, because we told him, we're just kind of checking out the area. He goes, oh, the best bar. This dude's in. Gosh, he had to be in his 30s, maybe.
Oh, he was pushing 350. 350 lbs.
Yeah, he looked like he might have been in his 30s. Well, he tells us to go to this bar called the Tulsa. He's like,
Tulsa?
oh, the Tulsa.
Oh, the Tulsa.
Yeah. He's like, the Tulsa bar, that's arguably the best bar in Tulsa. And so we're like, oh, okay. So we go to Cellar Dwellers, get a drink, hang out for a second, just check it out. We're not trying to go crazy. And then we're like, all right, let's go to the next place. So we wanted to go to country and western dance hall just to see what it's like.
Yeah. And
get a drink there. And we're like, well, that Tulsa place is right next to it. So we go there first. The Uber ride to that. Which guy was that? That was also a weirdo. Yeah, there was the Indian dude, I think, who took us to that one. Yeah. And so we get there. That car smelled like curry the whole time. And then
spicy.
Yeah. And then I made a joke about it to the next driver. I was like, the last guy's car smelled like curry. He was Indian. And then the driver's like, he just silently didn't respond.
Yeah.
He's uncomfortable. And then I said to one of the drivers, I was like, yeah, I took some extra drugs tonight so I can have the alcohol hit my blood. And he was like, that's what's up, brother.
Yeah. Yeah, but we go to this Tulsa place. Walk in right away. I can tell by the bouncers that this is not a bar we want to stay at. But we're like, whatever. We'll go check it out. Dude said it's amazing. We walk in there immediately. First footstep, just floor sticky.
Yeah, dude, it was bad.
Like Oklahoma Ranch bathroom sticky.
Oh, worse.
Man.
Yeah, and like your shoes about to just peel off your foot.
Oh my goodness.
And look around, and it's just straight up just that kind of college bar. Like you might get roofie type of college bar. And everyone's staring at us. The music was insanely loud.
And how small was this place?
It was actually kind of small.
Maybe 200 square feet.
Maybe a little more than that.
But people,
like
I mean,
bar.
I had my spray tan on, and I felt stairs coming my way. Spray tan on, all veiny, walking in, just. Ugh.
People were just like.
And Spencer said it better than anyone else. You either go there to fight or fuck.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, it was one of those kinds of bars. And you could tell, like, the guys were instantly just wanted to try, like, it looked like they were, if we stayed there longer, somebody would have came up and seen if they could, like, poke at us and maybe start something. And so I was like, yeah, let's get out of here. And then I was like, no wonder that weirdo Uber driver recommended this place, because I was like, this is totally like a roofie bar.
Yeah.
Like somewhere where you go in.
Oh, he's probably one of them.
Yeah.
He probably called his boys. Yeah, I got 2 good ones coming in.
Yeah. Keep them in there. But yeah, and then we ended up leaving that place and walking down the road. Went in the country bar. That place seemed nice.
Was it big?
Yeah, it was pretty
Loud.
decently big. It was loud. Yeah, it was loud. There wasn't really anywhere to sit, so we walked up to this table. There's just one dude sitting there. We're like, hey, you mind if we just stand here and hang out for a second? He was like, yeah, no problem. It's like, this dude's a loner. He was like way too old to be in there, just sitting there drinking and just watching everybody, not saying anything. I was like, this dude's kind of sad. But
I asked him what his career was. He's like, 20 years in the welding industry.
I'm like, do it to you.
Man, I hope I'm not 20 years in the plumbing industry sitting at the bar.
I could went pro. I could went pro body.
Couldn't get my pro card.
Yeah, I used to be a state champion bodybuilder. It's like, well, that's not a thing, but okay.
I won so many local powerlifting meets.
But yeah, we start talking to him and just, get our beer there. I think we did like a beer and a shot, and then all right, we really wanted to go to a hookah bar. That was like the original plan. Was
10 out of 10 recommend.
Yeah, especially this place. But this guy, so we had looked at some others. They looked real basic, kind of boring-ish, these other hookah bars that we were going to go to. And this guy goes, oh, yeah, I know of one called Star Avenue. And so we're like, well, we're in Tulsa. We might as well take the Tulsa dude's advice. And so we're like, let's just go to Star Avenue, see what it's like.
Didn't learn from the Tulsan guy.
Yeah. Well, we get an Uber there, and this seems like the first normal guy. Turned out he wasn't so normal the more he got to talking. But upon first talking to him, we're like, oh, finally, a normal dude. And he even thanks him for being the first normal Uber driver that we have.
Oh, the big guy?
Yeah.
That dropped? Yeah.
Yeah. And
did he, like, change your mind real quick?
Yeah, no, we walked out of that bar, and we were like, that guy's a PDF file.
Yeah. Well, he starts going on. He's like, well, yeah, man. We were totally like, dude, like going out there, man. And
I was like, somebody offered me cocaine. I was like, no, man, whatever you do is you. And if I get pulled over, then I'm going to tell them it's yours.
Oh, yeah. It started going on and on about drugs. Like, you could tell that he's never done any.
And he was telling us what good quality cocaine was.
Yeah. So what? And, but yeah, we show up to this hookah place, walk in, and there we met another pedophile, but a little more low key. Yeah. But anyways, that place though, it was sick. We walk in and it's just like he goes, you guys feel like smoking? Yeah, he's like,
and then,
hey,
and then he brings out the most bomb fucking tea I've ever had in my life.
Yes.
Dude. We were putting little, maybe like 2-ounce jars of black chai tea, then just dumping stevia packets into these little 2-ounce jars and just gluck the whole night and getting buzzed off hookah. It was, I almost felt sick towards the end of the night. I was like, oh, I can't do any more.
Have you ever done hookah?
Mm-mm.
So yeah, it's cool. I hadn't either until this, but you order like your flavor of hookah that you want, and then they bring it out in this like giant little nice looking thing. They set it next to your table. You get your little tube to smoke on, and then we ordered a tea, and they bring it out in a pot, and then you pour your little glasses.
Chill
and it was super chill. Yeah, like low Middle Eastern music. They had the Turkey versus Australia game on, and everyone was watching that, and I was like looking around. People were just like enjoying community and talking and hanging out.
Some people were enjoying their hookahs a little too much, especially the guy to Spencer's left.
Yeah, so the guy to my left was the one that we were like, he might have been one too.
He was practicing on this like 3/8 inch freaking hookah tube, just going, going on town, sticking it in his nose and everything, sticking it in his ear.
Yeah, we're like, every time he would start hitting it, he'd just sit there and he'd take like 40 hits back to back. I'm like,
you're gonna be talking, you're gonna turn, he's just bouncing.
Yeah, he literally, you would see him and he's just, and we're like, well, okay, bro.
Dude, he'd even have like a twist in there once in a while.
He's your. He wasn't looking at you while doing it, right? He wasn't giving eye contact.
Yeah, he was going, looking at me and shit.
Yeah, but he also kind of helped guide us a little bit on how to do it correctly. But then there was that chick that was over by us. It was like just
looking like a Discord mod.
Yeah, she was over there with her headphones on doing something.
Doing like a live stream, just
something.
talking and like, yeah, I'm famous with my 2 viewers.
Yeah, I don't know if she was like actively modding a Discord or something, but yeah, she was just sitting over there chilling.
Live.
Yeah, it was a weird experience. The first dude that was next to us that left though, he seemed pretty chill. He was just kind of hanging out, watching some of the game, playing on his phone, smoking hookah.
He's just like, I hate these people.
Yeah. But yeah, on the server, it was so funny because he walks up originally. He's like, "How are you guys feeling tonight? You don't want to smoke some hookah?"
What he meant, translate was, "You guys want to goy slop really hard tonight?"
Yeah.
You and I goy slop way too hard sometimes.
Yeah, we slopped pretty hard that weekend.
The other guy sounded like he was slopping pretty good too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
just glued to his phone too. Who knows what he was looking at? But yeah, then we hung out there for a while. Like that was a crazy, interesting buzz too. It's not like a vape or pouches or any of these other nicotine or even like cigarettes or cigars. It was like very
in your
smooth.
body, your body. You feel it in your tummy a lot.
You just like, it was nice. You kind of sit in the little seats. They had really comfortable chairs. And you just like sink in. You just feel yourself really relax. It's like, oh,
I'd like to have
nice.
those on a mushroom trip for sure.
A hookah?
Yeah, for sure. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
You'd end up start spitting on your thing.
Yeah.
I'd probably throw up, honestly, and probably puke inside the hookah.
Yeah. No, I'm going to want my own tube then. But
yeah, they gave us like one tube to share, which was a little...
It's very intimate.
Well, they gave us like a tip that you could put on, but I don't know about the tip, so we just passed it back and forth.
You'd use it, and then you'd wake up like 10 hours later, just not know where you were.
And the guy next to us is like,
your Uber driver's driving you.
He's driving me back to the hotel. Like, how'd you know I stayed here?
We're walking weird back to the hotel, all full-legged.
Why does my butthole burn?
Why does it itch?
Yeah. But yeah, the hookah place was cool. We finished up there, and I check out, and the guy's like, he comes back up. He's just super chill. He's like, "How did you like the hookah?" And I was like, "Actually, it was crazy, man. I've never had a buzz like that before. It was really nice." He goes, "Wow, really?"
Yeah. If anybody does that, I urge them to be very careful if they don't have any experience with nicotine, because I've had friends take like chews. And I had a friend who thought he was tough and he could swallow his like Red Man, and he like turned pale green. He was like just pale green, slouched on the couch like this, and he couldn't walk because he had the swirlies, the nicotine swirlies. So he's like crawling to the garage, right?
You turn this dude a crawler from Zombies.
Yeah, he sounded like that in the corner. He started puking in his hands.
Just
yeah. But if you go to a hookah bar, you might throw up if you hit it enough. I was starting to get that way towards the end. I was like, okay, I got to stop.
That's because we smoked it. We passed it back and forth for like 2 hours straight. It just kept going.
I know, it wouldn't stop.
Yeah, and he would come like reload the little coconut coals. And I was like, oh man, when's this gonna end? The dude's like, yeah, it probably takes about 3 rounds of coals.
We were
And I was
like, at the
oh,
end of this
gosh.
teapot, we're done.
Yeah.
Once we're done with this teapot, we're going home, we're going to bed, or we're going to the hotel and going to sleep. Freaking bed stained with spray tan and everything.
Oh yeah.
How's the jersey? Was that stained too?
I made sure to take care of it. I wanted to take care of
nice.
it, so.
Heck yeah.
That room smelled awful.
Yeah, it smelled like dude, weed, research chemicals.
Yeah.
Sounds like a bodybuilder's
The
hotel
way
room.
we left it too, it was not. We left an insulin syringe in the trash can. We left weed crumbs all over the place. Freaking pieces of THC distillate on the freaking counter. What else?
The cigar ripped open in the trash can.
Oh yeah.
It smells like berry tobacco.
Just a thing of berry backwoods inside of there.
Yeah.
Oh.
Golly, dude.
It
But
was
yeah,
a
the
mess.
tan smelled so strong, and then once he got oiled up too, we came back. Gosh, I want to say it was after finals, because after prejudging, we went back to the hotel, just relaxed, hung out until finals, and then when we came back from finals and walked in the hotel room, I was like, oh, it smells like Pam and rotten banana, like, yeah,
Pretty much, yeah.
with a hint of weed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. That
It
wasn't
was-
too bad because we cleaned up a little bit, but
Sounds like a good experience. Hopefully next year's is equal to that.
Yeah. Well, next year, if I win, it'll be even better.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
100%.
He didn't realize, I don't think, exactly how strong alcohol hits afterwards.
No.
Oh, after a call.
No.
Yeah, I couldn't
I've never
imagine.
been, so I've never really been out. Like, I kind of missed out from 20 to like 25 going out with like the boys.
Yeah.
I was more like, nah, I'm not going to drink. I'm kind of just going to figure out what I want to do for a bit. And so
That's kind of like me.
yeah, so I decided, all right, I'm gonna go out tonight. I've never done it. So I go to a dive bar, and I didn't know if you ask for a double from a dive bar, they like fill up 3/4 of the glass with vodka.
They're like this.
And then just a splash
Yeah.
of sugar-free. I just was like, splash of sugar-free Red Bull, I guess. And it just tasted like straight nail polish remover with sugar-free Red Bull hint. And then I drink the whole drink fast, too. And I stand up, and right away my calves are just like, they're like starting to get relaxed. I'm like, ooh, I like this. This feels good. My veins in my legs are just absorbing all the alcohol. I'm like, oh, I've been looking for this. I stand up and I'm like, oh no, I'm getting the swirlies a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to be careful drinking after a bodybuilding show. Not only because it hits you so hard, but you don't want to like dehydrate yourself and then really jack yourself up. Because if you binge eat and then binge drink, you could put yourself in the hospital. The water retention could be
You just
so
having me
bad.
drink water.
Yeah, I was like, please drink plenty of water in between these. We're gonna
Drop
do
me
this.
off at the ER.
Yeah.
This dude's liver failed,
Yeah.
crumbled inside his gut.
But he didn't wake up with like super swollen feet and ankles, so that's good. Yeah.
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 My body can tolerate high amounts of drugs. It's okay.
We didn't really go that crazy on the food. We got canes afterwards. And then, I mean, it was probably 6 hours later that we ate the pizza. So not really that crazy.
That
we didn't eat a
pizza
ton of
hit
pizza.
so good. Oh, and then I had this banana Nilla wafer pudding that my lady made. Oh,
Yeah.
so
Oh,
good.
yeah. Yeah, the next day. Yeah, because we came back and kept it going a little bit. Did a little drinker blink while
Yeah,
watching the
we were
fights.
watching the UFC Freedom 250.
Yeah.
What a joke.
I didn't end up watching it.
The entrances were such a joke.
They had the military saluting all the
It looked like I was
fighters.
watching like Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back, walks out Donald Trump is Palpatine, and then just like Dana White is Darth Vader, his little apprentice.
That's what the guy was saying, that Michelle Obama's a man.
Oh, yeah.
He's like,
I saw someone that looked like bald Michelle Obama at the show.
Probably him.
Oh, you talk about that brute of a lady? Yeah, she looked like she could have been in Halo or something. Dude,
Yeah, she could have been a
Mark.
freak. Yeah, she could
Yeah.
have been an elite.
yeah, there's this bald lady, and she had the thickest back I've, like, probably of anybody even competing.
Female Ronnie Coleman.
Dude, I gotta see
Yeah.
a picture of this lady
She
later.
she wasn't
I
like,
think she goes to 4-star actually here in town off of May.
Yeah.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, she had the back of like the pro classic physique guys and was just walking around in like a dress or whatever for the finals. I was like, oh my gosh. Yeah, absolute brute.
But
Yeah, we had a good time except for all the pedophiles in Tulsa. Wouldn't recommend hanging out in Tulsa too long. But
maybe,
we
maybe
came
at a
back.
certain hour, and then it's like, all right, you gotta.
Yeah,
zombies
you
come
just pack
out.
it up.
Yeah,
Nightlife's
Uber
not
drivers
worth it
come
out
out.
we
there.
stopped at 12. Remember, nothing good happens after 2 a.m.
Yeah,
That's when the Uber drivers
Nothing.
get off of work. and they make their way.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's when 17-year-olds sneak into their their parents' liquor cabinet and throw rocks at your car,
Yeah.
Oh, God.
which is what I did.
All right. Well, it's a good time. Thanks for coming on, dude,
Yeah.
and talking about it. I definitely want to get you on another time, especially if you start getting your prep for your next show. See how bulked you are from this episode of
Oh
that
yeah.
one. So
Yeah.
So you have a goal weight of 200 pounds, right?
Let's see if we can crack 200. I think we could do it. I think we can do it. Maybe 194 is more likely, but
Yeah, I'm really hopeful for 15 to 20 pounds of stage weight.
Yep.
And then that leaves him a little room because weight cap's 194.
yeah, I meant 200 fully in the bulk. When I'm
Yeah.
fully like
Yeah.
bulked out, I want to be 200.
Yeah, so he's got 30 pounds of room in the class. So I think if we can put 15 to 20 pounds of stage weight on this time around, go compete. I think the best routes to do, because we did true novice and novice. Now I think it would be good to go novice and open. And then I'm thinking top 3 is pretty realistic. And then either just kind of weigh in where we're at there and then deciding on that third show. Third show should be top 1 or 2 and open. There's no sense in doing novice at that point.
Yep.
It just he'll be beyond that with what we can do in the off season. Not to float, toot my own horn, but that's kind of my specialty is putting the size on.
For now, we work in silence, and then I'll reveal a year from now.
Yes, sir. Gotta gatekeep. Do you want to? Speaking of that, do you want to shout out like your Instagram and stuff like that too?
Never give up 6484. That's my Instagram.
All right. Well, thanks for hopping on, Austin. So,
Yeah, for sure.
And thank you guys for listening and watching. And I think we'll do this episode, and then the next one that will come out will be a post CNATS or a post Raw Nats podcast hosted by Caleb and Claudio with those guys. Hopefully Trace does make an appearance this time. But all right, bye.